Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cheryl, and today I'm here to do the Q&A, which... I'm keeping
200 subs Q&A. Do the script? You do this all the time.
I'm here to do my Q&A video, and I've got my husband here. He's going to read the questions. You may remember him from my fiance question tag thing. And anyway, he wanted to read the questions. I did not prepare answers for these, so we're going off the fly. And after this, we will draw the winner for the giveaway, and you will have 48 hours from the posting of this video to contact me either through YouTube or one of my other social medias, which are always linked down below. Just be like, hey, I know I won, and then I'll get your contact information, and we'll go from there.
First question, Antonella Rios. Congratulations on 200 plus subscribers, Cheryl. You've reached such a wonderful milestone. Hope many more people come here and stay to watch your videos. And of course, I have some questions for you.
Well, 20 people.
Winky face. One. There's two.
Okay, you're yelling this at
If
me.
you could spend an entire day with a fictional character, who would you choose?
Hermione Granger. I feel like she'd just teach me so much about everything, so...
I'd choose a Hulk.
Okay.
It didn't say a book character.
Fair enough.
Comic books count. Second question. Favorite genre?
Fantasy.
I like softcore.
Softcore what?
Next question from Crescent Moon Reads. I'm assuming that's the name.
Yes.
You didn't format these questions at all.
Yes.
Congratulations on 200, lovely. Heart with three threes.
Extra love.
That's a weird heart.
Extra love.
What kind of book would you take to you, or what book would you take with you to a deserted island? Two question marks.
Oh my. Oh god. I probably one of the Harry Potter books, because it's like the only book I can reread and not get tired of it. And I know that's such a cliche answer, but...
I would take...
No one cares.
How to Get Off of a Deserted Island in book.
In book?
In book. Third question from Kath Elizabeth Reads.
Yes.
So they're both just...
It's one person.
These people's last names are Reads?
I think so.
You kicked the camera.
I know, I'm sorry.
Kath Elizabeth Reads. Congrats. Big D smiley face. My question is, what is a genre of book you rarely reach for?
Like westerns, I guess. Like I never read westerns. Is that its own genre technically?
It's a genre of film.
Well, no, because like you get those Wild Wild West. You see those books with like the crazy covers.
Wild Wild West,
Wild Wild
starring
West.
Will Smith.
Or like traditional like romance novels. You know, the ones with like the really cringy covers, like those kind of things. I never reach for those, but everything else I reach for with some frequency.
For me, it probably would be maternity health.
Well.
Madeline asked, congratulations and thank you for the giveaway. If you could choose any author to write any book, which author would you choose, and what would the book be about? Let me try that again. Madeline asked, congratulations and thank you for the giveaway. If you could choose any author to write any book, which author would you choose, and what would the book be about? Smiley face.
Oh my god. Hit me with these hard questions. Oh gosh. Probably Sarah J. Maas to write the book. Because, don't get me wrong, her books have a lot of flaws and problems. But she has such like an addictive way of writing. Like you literally can't put the books down. Even if you're like, oh, I have problems with it, you fly through the books. So probably her to write it, although I would control everything she did with it. And as for it to be about, I don't know. Just some crazy fantasy adventure.
I would choose Anne Rice to write the Bible. Starlit Reader asked, congrats on 200. Here are some of my questions. What is your favorite way to read / place to read?
My favorite way or place to read really is usually on the couch. I try not to read in bed too much because I just fall asleep. But yeah, so just on my couch.
Favorite TV show or movies?
I don't really watch movies, but I like Jurassic Park. Does that count? And TV shows, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, The Great British Bake Off. I've been working my way through Adventure Time, and that's pretty good, even though Pendleton were left and it kind of went downhill. Sailor Moon, obviously. Is that about not cover it all?
I don't know.
I watch a lot of TV. I binge watch a lot of TV shows, so.
I don't
Scrubs.
know.
That's another one.
I don't even own TV.
No, not at
Favorite TV show? Oh, fuck.
all.
What are some YouTubers you watch other than BookTube?
I don't really watch a lot of other YouTubers, but I do watch a few. I watch Megan Rinks, Bubs Beauty, and Tati. So I went through a phase where I watched a lot of like beauty YouTubers, but I kind of narrowed those down only to a couple. But mostly I watch BookTube, honestly. I know I'm kind of boring.
No.
Oh, and I don't know if this counts because it's not a specific YouTuber, but we do watch a lot of Vine comps. Oh, and BuzzFeed Unsolved, obviously.
It's me, Ghost, your boy. Oh, what is a place you want to visit?
Everywhere. Oh, we were actually just talking about this. I'd love to go to the UK. I don't really care where, somewhere. But, yeah, the UK probably next.
Whole Foods. Next question. Unicorn Hunter Books. Congratulations and thanks for the giveaway. Here are some questions. Do you have any pets?
Yeah.
What is your favorite animal?
You can't read
Do
them all
you
at
play
once.
any instruments? What are some of your favorite places you've traveled to?
Okay, yes, I have pets. I have 3 cats, and they're all awful. And in fact, I remember you have the cat also named Horatio. I have a cat named Horatio as well. He is a fluffy orange fucker. Because he's awful. They're awfully
Language.
behaved.
Now you're going to get demonetized.
I know, I'm not monetized to begin with.
You're going to get flagged. They're going to fire you.
YouTube's gonna fire me. Yes, I have 3 cats. They're named Horatio, Milo, and Zucchini, and all of them are orange. So, what was the second one? What's my favorite animal? Cats. I like wild cats too. Oh, but I also like sloths. Do I play any instruments? I used to play the violin. Don't play anything else, and not musically talented.
I'm going to answer all these questions too.
Okay, what are some of my favorite places I've traveled to? New York was really cool, and I traveled to a bunch of different cities in Italy, and I fell in love. So, now I guess you get to answer these.
Do you have any pets? No. I only have sons.
Okay.
What is your favorite animal? The tapir.
He's not even lying with that one.
Do you play any instruments? No. I was going to say something inappropriate, but I feel the demonetization issue. What are some of your favorite places you've traveled to? San Diego.
You're not going to give a witty answer for that one, too?
Walmart.
San Diego, though?
Next question.
Okay.
From Charlie Toff. That's a very British sounding name. Congrats on 200. My question is, who are your favorite booktubers? What has been your favorite part of having this channel? I'm going to reread that because that was really weird.
Why did you read it like that, then?
I'm dying.
Oh, okay.
Next question from Charlie Toff. Congrats on 200. My question is, who are your favorite booktubers? And what has been your favorite part of having this channel?
My favorite booktubers. Oh my gosh. I'm just going to leave, like, a list of names below because I know I'm going to forget some if I say it off the top of my head. But, oh my, I hate being put on the spotlight like that.
You could have read these questions in advance.
I don't want to. I figured that
you have to do so much editing to take out the dead space in these questions.
The answers are going to be more organic. I'll just leave a list of booktubers you should check out with their links down below. I love basically everyone I'm subscribed to, so honestly, if you're looking for recommendations, just go to my subscribe to list. But yes, the list will be below. As for what is my favorite part of having this channel, the community, like both the community of booktubers and booktubers I've met. What is he doing? Our cat just shoved his face under the blanket that's hanging on the back of the couch for no reason. Anyway, the community of booktubers, like other booktubers I've met like via Twitter, and also the community of people who have watched my videos, who have commented like this, and I've been able to interact with. It's cool to talk to people about books because no one in my life reads.
I read.
Hardly.
I read every book I've ever recommended to you. 5 stars.
How many books have you read?
5.
Alright.
Next question from It's Canvas, who I believe is my sister.
Yes.
She has a YouTube channel.
Also linked down below. You should check it out.
I have never watched any of her videos.
You're so mean. She does music recommendations and music-related content. If that's what you're into. So.
I don't know.
Anyway, read the damn questions.
Yay! 200 subs! Great job. You totally deserve it. Small little C smiley face. Here's a couple of my questions. What's your favorite book outside of your favorite genre?
Oh, that's a good one because I love fantasy books. But I like Jurassic Park a lot. It's one of my favorites. So that's sci-fi. So that's not in my favorite genre. God, John Dies at the End is also a favorite. That's also sci-fi horror.
Should you even say fantasy is your favorite genre when all your favorite books seem to...
No, because I'm pulling only non-fantasy favorites. So those two are the ones I can think of on the top of my head. I'm sure I have more, but all I read is sci-fi, or all I read is fantasy, so... Do you have...
Oh, that's not correct. Number 2. Do you find the things you want to read change during the different seasons?
Yes. I do read, like I said before, predominantly fantasy, but I find during, like, the winter, I love picking up, like, the really big fantasy books, or, like, Harry Potter. It's very cozy and
Harry
seasonal.
Potter fantasy?
Yeah. Like, but really big. Like, fantasy books. It's just cozy. It's very seasonal. During the summer, I tend to find... I don't read a lot of contemporaries, but I do find that I pick up more contemporaries during the summer, and I read shorter books during the summer, because I'm like, let's get this done. Let's get this...
Because it's sweaty.
That is the reason. It is sweaty
The pages
to read.
get wet. And if you have a really big book, the whole book gets soaking, and then you just have a soppy, nasty book.
Okay.
Question number 3 from my sister. Have you ever seen a movie that is better than the book?
A movie off the top of my head, no. I'm sure there are.
I know that there's one that I can think of. Every book-based movie is usually worse, but there's one that I just can't think of.
Okay, well,
Damn it!
For me, it's a TV show, and I said this in my Unpopular Opinions book tag forever ago, and that's the Gossip Girl TV show is, like, infinitely better than the book. I mean, it's still, like, mindless drivel, but...
The Aragon movie is better than the book.
Go get people to fight me. But the movie, or for the show, is just... The book was just horrendous. Just absolutely horrendous, so...
Yeah, I've heard that in terms of TV shows, True Blood is a better show than it is a book series.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I read the first one of those, and it was garbage. It was hot garbage. I never watched the show, so I can't comment on the show either, but... It's
still debatable, though, but it doesn't really count. But the Witcher games so far have been more entertaining than the books.
True.
But I've heard the books are really good, but I've only listened to, like, the first half of The Last Wish, and you've only read the first novel, so...
Yeah, anyway.
Resident Evil's a better movie than a game. 4th question from my sister.
Okay.
Have you ever thought about writing?
Yes, I used to write a lot when I was a kid. Like, I used to have these crazy stories going. And then they kind of died off. And every once in a while I'll get an idea for a story, but, like, I've got to hand it to all of, like, my booktube friends who write, because I know there's quite a few of you. I gotta give you props, because that shit is not easy, and to have the motivation to stick with it past the first chapter, like, all of you who've done NaNoWriMo, even if you didn't, like, win NaNoWriMo, congratulations, because, like, I will get this idea, I'll plan it all out, I'll sit down, and I'll write the first chapter, and I'll be like, okay, now I'm done, and I'll never pick it up again, so... I would not really consider being, like, I would never try to be published or anything.
I write D&D campaigns, and then no one plays D&D with me.
Sad life you live. What are you doing, Milo?
Okay, that's all the questions from It's Canvas. Next, we have Megan. Yay! Congrats on 200 subs.
Thanks.
My question is, what is your fave childhood book? Regular smiley face.
My favorite childhood book, like, if we're talking, like, picture book, is Wombat Stew. I don't remember who writes it. It's an Australian kids book that my mom brought back from her, from a business trip to Australia. I love it. As for, like, books I read when I was a kid, the Animal Arc series was my shit, so... Move on, stop playing with your son.
I love my boy.
He loves you too, apparently.
Thanks, Megan. Mark asked, well, first he says, yay, 200. Alright, I have 2 questions. Number 1, what is the one book you finished that you hated the most?
Oh my god.
Cursed Child?
Ask me, any given day it changes, so I'm gonna give you a list, because I'm gonna throw some shade. Well, the problem is Cursed Child, I didn't hate it when I finished it, but, like, I sat on it for a couple days and I was like, no, that's a hot piece of garbage. So that... Really any of the sort of truth books, but especially...
Did you finish Tatiana Alexander?
No, I DNF'd it. Specifically... Oh god, what is Stone of Tears. I went on a rant. Accidental Abduction. If you've been on my channel a while, you heard me talk about that one. Oh my god. Literally the worst book I've ever read. But, yeah.
It's the guy with no nipples.
Yeah. I'm very critical when it comes to books, and I have no problem, like, saying when I hate a book. So, yeah, those ones. Really. Keep an eye out. At the end of this month, early next year, I'm going to release my least favorite books of the year. So, gonna have a lot of shade in that video, so I'm excited. Anyway, is there more?
Second question. Mark's second question. Are there any books that you read that you initially hated/loved and read it years later and changed your mind?
Not really, because I very rarely reread books. Once I know the story, I have really no interest in it. Again, so I would say probably Jurassic Park's one of the only ones that I've reread and picked up on more nuances each time I read it and enjoyed it more. But yeah, so I don't really reread books that often.
I don't think I've ever reread a book.
It's pretty rare for me to reread them because I'm like, I've got all these new books to read.
I've read Scott Pilgrim twice, liked it both times. Shouts out to Scott Pilgrim. Okay, so now we're on to Ariel Grande, who I initially thought was Ariana Grande on this list, and I was like, damn, that's some reach. Ariel Grande asks, we have unlimited time. Ariel Grande asks, congratulations. What's your least favorite book? This is a big question.
Big question. I don't have one book that I'm like, this is the worst. Well, Accidental Abduction, I guess, is literally the worst book I've ever read. But the problem is, like, that one is bad for so many reasons, but it's also not a popular book. Probably Stone of Tears by Terry Goodkind, which I mentioned before, which is part of, like, his big, like, fantasy Sword of Truth series. And that's bad for a whole slew of reasons, especially, and, like, it makes me mad because that book series was so popular. And I guess it is one, because I read that in high school, and up to, like, the 4th book, and I really enjoyed it. And then I reread it recently and realized how bad it is. So I guess I do have an answer for the previous question. So we'll go with that one.
Mein Kampf.
Did you read it?
Oh, I'm racist. Last question. It's edited in, like, some, like, buzzers and shit. Do it.
Read the question.
A Wandering Mind asks, do you write? What wood is your book about? Smiley face emoji.
Ooh, fancy.
Congrats.
Okay. Like I said before, I don't write. It's just, I'm not a writer by heart or trade.
She doesn't really know how to read.
I don't know how to read. I've completely made this all up.
Spoiler.
But if I had a book, like...
You're a ghost reader.
If I had a book, or was to write, like I said, it would be some sort of crazy epic fantasy adventure quest series, because those are my favorite to read. So, alright, now I'm going to get the names together, and we will draw for a winner for the giveaway. Alright, the drawing. Look at this awesome mug.
Give me the cup.
Mug. That was given to me by a dear friend.
Drum roll!
And the winner for the giveaway is...
Kath Elizabeth Reeds.
What the fuck? Okay, well, we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Like I said, you have 48 hours to contact me either through YouTube or by commenting on this video, or does YouTube... Did you really eat that?
No.
Does YouTube have a messaging system? I don't know. Either comment on this video, message me on that, message me on Twitter, Tumblr, anything really. Stop it. What is wrong with you? So, contact me. If you do not contact me within 48 hours, we will redraw. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this interesting video. I hope the answers interested you. I know you're really just here for the giveaway, obviously. But and look forward to seeing Dave here in another video. He wants to do a dual review for a book we both read.
It's the only time this will ever happen.
That should be interesting. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Stop it! Stop it. As always, thank you guys... Stop it. So much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!
Milo, look at me, love me, don't show me your ass.